Today we will discuss inner class or nested class. So today we will try to learn what is actually inner class or nested class, when it is used, how to implement this one, or what is the format of this type of class. So if you check this word nested, so we already familiar with this. In our previous few example we created a if else block under another if else block, right? And that type of if else block we called nested if else. Similar way we created some for loop under another for loop, so that type of for loop we called nested for loop. The same way inner class or the nested class is a class that declare inside another class. Okay, so if you take the syntax, so the syntax will be look like something this. So if I create a class, let's say its name I have given outer class, so it is start here and end here, and under this class I have created another class, I named it as a inner class. So you can see this class is basically available under this class. So this is basically outer class, and inside that I have created another class. This is basically our inner class or nested class. Okay, now the thing is that why we actually need this type of inner class. So sometime for readability or maintainability purpose we use some group of related class in such a way. Okay, and that type of things or that type of inner class make our code base more maintainable and more readable. So this is the main purpose to create an inner class. Now we will try to understand how we can create an inner class in Eclipse. So I have already opened my Eclipse, and I have also created com.demo.innercls package, and under this let me create a outer class, name it same like outer class, and here I am not going to check this public static void main, and let's create a class. So you can see this is our outer class. Okay, and under that I am going to create another class which is basically our inner class. But before that, what we can do in this outer class, we can create some properties or variable, we can create some method here also. Okay, so before creating an inner class, let's create a outer class method, something like this. So under this outer class I have created a outer class method. So why I make it a outer class method, because this method is available under this class, right? This class start here and end here, and under that I have created a method, and this method simply print a statement that I am in outer class. Okay, now here I can create a inner class like this way. So this is my inner class, public class, class name inner class, and here my class start and end. So this is basically my inner class block, where my inner class start here and end here. You can use Ctrl Shift O and F and Ctrl S to save this. Let me double click it here. Okay, so you can see this is my outer class. This outer class start here and end here, and under that I have created a method, and this method is directly under this outer class. Now under this outer class I have created another class. You can see this is basically a class definitions, and this class I have given the name like inner class, and under this inner class again I can create some variables, some method, some logic. Okay, so let's create another method under this inner class. So let's say this is my inner class method. So I have given here display inner message. So you can see this method is available under this inner class. So my inner class start here and end here, and in between this block I have created a display inner message method, and here I have given a print statement I am in inner class. Now our format of outer class and under that a inner class is done. Now I will create another class where I will use the main method, and from there I will try to call both this outer class and inner class method, that is basically display inner message and display outer message. So let's create a main class under the same package. So here you can right click and create new class, and let's give its name, let's say main class. Okay, and here I will use the main method. So let's check this and just finish. So you can see under the same package I have the outer class and I have also the main class. So this is my main class. Now let me double click here. Now under this main class what we will do, we will try to call this method first, then we will try to call this method. Okay, now you can see to call this method I have to create an instance of this class, right? And we already know in our previous class that how we can create or declare an object instance, right? So let's do that. So go to this main class. Under this main method, declare an instantiate a class instance of outer class. So this is my outer class. I have given the instance name out ins, and I am using this new keyword. Then this is basically our constructor of this outer class, right? So my outer class instance is ready, and using this instance I can easily call that method that is called display outer message, right? Now this out instance dot display outer message, this is basically calling of that message, and once I call this is basically going to this method of that outer class and try to print this, right? So let me run this, and you can see I will get a message like I am in outer class. And what is this? From this calling, it is basically going to this, and here it is printing this statement that I am in outer class. Now this type of declare and instantiations of object we already did in our previous class, right? Now today our main aim is to create an instance of inner class. So this is my inner class, and that class is basically available under this outer class. So how to call this method? By creating an instance of this class. Okay, so first we have to create an instance of this inner class, and the syntax is bit different than this one. So you can see if I try to call this inner class, so this inner class actually available under this outer class, right? So first we have to declare this outer class, then we have to use a dot operator, then we have to use this inner class. Okay, then you can create an instance name, let's say inner ins. Then again we have to use this new outer class, because first we have to instantiate the outer class, then we will use the inner class. So once your outer class is object is instantiated, then you can use again dot operator, then new, then you have to call the constructor of inner class like this way. So if you do this, then your inner class is instance is ready. You can make it like inn. Okay, so now my inner class instance is ready. Now if I try to call the method, so we have to use this inner class instance like this, then dot, and we can call that method. Okay, so what is this method? Display inner message, and it will basically go to this class, and then you can see how we declare. So outer class, and under that inner class, and using this instance I am trying to call this method. So it will first go to this outer class, then check this inner class, then under that it will try to call this method. So it will first go to this class, then under that it will go to this inner class, then here it will call this method, and this method is basically printing I am in inner class. Okay, so if you save this file and try to run this, so first time it will print I am in outer class, then second call we are doing here calling this display inner message, so that is nothing but I am in inner class. So if you run this class, so you can get the two print statement. First is basically I am in outer class, then I am in inner class. Okay, so the main thing of this class is to check how we can create our inner class instance. Okay, so you can see first we have to declare outer, then inner, then a instance name, then we have to use the new keyword, then first we will use the outer class constructor, then again new operator, and then inner class constructor, and definitely we have to use a dot operator. So if I recap, so inner class is nothing but a class that is available under another class. So we can call it as a inner class or a nested class. Hope you understand. Now next day we will discuss another concept.
I believe this video has helped you to understand about the topic. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, click on the bell notifications and select all so that you don't miss any video from this channel.